From Peninsula TV Studio in San Carlos, Pacific Bell and the Chronicle present the Bay Area's hottest game show, Peninsula Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Quiz Kids, the show where speed, knowledge, and collaboration are the tools these kids need for the chance to win valuable prizes. We're going to get right started as we meet our two teams who are actually neighbors and competitors in real life. Let's say hello to the Menlo School Knights as they take on the Sacred Heart Gators. So without further ado, let's begin with the collaboration round. All right, in our first round, we're going to play it easy. You all get a chance to work together as teams. I'm going to ask a series of 10-point questions. I'll start here with Menlo School. If you have an idea after you've collaborated for 10 seconds of the answer, have your captain, Anya, tell me the answer, and I'll give you 10 points. If you don't get it right, though, Sacred Heart will have 5 seconds to collaborate for a chance at stealing those points, okay? Good luck to both teams. We'll start with the first Menlo question. Which American novel by John Steinbeck features poor tenant farmers traveling to California during the Dust Bowl?
The Grapes of Wrath.
That is correct for 10 points. Sacred Heart, your first question. This piece of music first appeared in the 1920s as the Coronation Ode. What is the title of this hymn-like march by Edward Elgar, often used at high school commencement ceremonies?
Pomp and Circumstance.
That is correct for 10 points. Menlo, your next question. He wrote the short story Young Goodman Brown. Who is this author more famous for the novel The House of the Seven Gables?
Nathaniel Hawthorne.
That is right for 10 points. Sacred Heart, what element did Thomas Alva Edison find essential in producing the light bulb?
Tungsten. Tungsten.
That is right for 10 points. Next question. What African-American civil rights group called for an investigation into the allegations of voter fraud in the Florida 2000 presidential election?
NAACP.
That is right, Anya. All right. What term describes this conic section? The set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from two fixed points.
Ellipse. Ellipse.
Ellipse is correct for 10. The Taliban are a fundamentalist Muslim insurgency group who has taken control of almost all of what Asian nation?
Afghanistan.
That is right for 10. Sacred Heart. In 1874, Ziegler created this chemical, which starting in 1939 was used as an insecticide. It is now known to be highly toxic, and its use is illegal. Can you name it?
DDT. DDT.
For 10 points, you're right. Do you see how easy it is? Good grief. All right, Menlo. 4 people wish to play basketball. How many different 2-on-2 teams can they devise?
Six.
6 is right for 10. What state does former vice presidential candidate Senator Joseph Lieberman represent?
Connecticut.
That is right for 10 points. During World War II, Germany developed a rocket fueled by a burning mixture of alcohol and liquid oxygen. Give the name of this rocket.
ICBM?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You could break this tie, Sacred Heart. Can you tell us the name?
The V2.
The V2, and you break the tie. And it's your turn. The Truman administration proposed to financially help Greece and Turkey against communist insurrection in the late 1940s. What was this economic plan called?
That was for the rest of Europe. The Truman Doctrine? The Marshall Plan.
That is right for 10 points. All right, Menlo, your question. Who is Secretary General of the United Nations?
Kofi Annan?
That is right for 10 points.
Thank you.
What large island is separated from the east coast of Africa by the Mozambique Channel?
Madagascar.
That is correct for 10. In 1095, Pope Urban II urged his subjects to fight a series of holy wars. What do we call these international campaigns of?
The Crusades.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. You got it. 10 points. Math question for you. In lowest terms, what is the product of 2/3 times 1/2 times 1/5?
1/15.
1/15 is right. I knew that. What current South American government has been struggling against the Medellin cartel for control of the nation?
Chile?
No, I'm sorry. We'll give you a chance to steal.
Colombia.
That is right for 10 points. And the question is yours. Before moving to the West Coast, the Golden State Warriors played in what city? Ben?
Yes. Washington.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can get some back, Menlo, if you can tell me the name of the city.
Philadelphia?
For 10 points is right. And the question goes to you. We have 1 minute left in the round. Shockley, Brattain, and Bardeen invented what device in 1947 for which they won a Nobel Prize in physics?
Particle accelerator?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you tell us the name of that device?
The transistor.
The transistor is right. Sacred Heart, you get the next question. The permanent division of Catholicism into Western and Eastern Orthodoxies has a dramatic name. What is this division called?
The Great Schism.
You should know that, yes, and you've got it. And that signals the end of the round. And what a round that was, but we have a score, Menlo 80, Sacred Heart 120. Both teams are playing very well. Let's take a moment, a breather, and introduce them to you. First, the Menlo School Knights and our captain, Anya Dolganov. Anya, you're a senior.
Yes.
And I understand, you know, this is a little early in the year for most students, but you already know where you're going to college, don't you?
Yes, I'm going to Harvard.
Going to Harvard University. Congratulations. What do you want to study there?
Classics.
Classics?
Yeah.
Good, good. Now, I understand you were born in Moscow.
Yes.
And when did you come to America?
When I was 8.
You still go back?
Yeah, I went back this summer for 5 weeks.
Really? Well, this has been a really dramatic period of change for the relationship between the two countries. What do you see as different or the same? Can you take away a little of the veil of mystery that we probably have surrounding Russia?
Well, I think that right now America has a lot of influence in many European countries. But I think in Russia there's something, I mean, we're distinctly different. Like in a country where people have been repressed for so many years, there's some sort of, I don't know, deep connection between families and between friends, and I sort of feel that when I go back. It's sort of a second part of my personality.
Very complex history, sure. Well, thank you for joining us. And your teammate here is Mojan Movasat.
Right.
Good. We practiced that before.
Yeah.
I'll keep working on it. You're a junior.
Yes.
And you love U.S. history, which is good because you studied that in junior year.
Yep.
And you also love politics. So I think you have to start early to enter the world of politics. Are you doing anything about that now?
Yeah, actually, I'm working for 2 representatives of the House, Congresswoman Anna Eshoo and Congressman Tom Lantos.
Wow, that's great. And is there anything exciting coming up there that we should know about?
Well, with Congresswoman Eshoo, we're researching like teacher salaries and trying to give her a perspective on, solutions and, the big problems. So.
Well, if Congresswoman Eshoo would like to come over, I'd be happy to talk to her. And you're also on the National Forensics League at school, which just started, which proves the theory that all politicians would be or otherwise like to argue.
You bet.
Yes. Well, we'll see how you do today. Your colleague here is David Kaplan, also a junior. And I understand that you do something to kind of wind down from all the rigorous schoolwork that you do, and it involves music.
Yeah.
What is that?
I've been playing in a steel drum band at Chabot Community College over in the East Bay for about 8 years now. So we have
8 years?
Yeah, I was like really little.
Wait, you started about when you were about 8?
Yeah, basically.
Oh my gosh, what do you play?
It's all steel drums.
Okay, so you're all doing different drums. Steel drum band. So I learned. Can we listen to your music now? Not now, but can we buy CDs in the stores?
Yeah, we have 2 CDs out. One's called Bounce, one's called Pan on the Move, and you can buy the second one at Amazon.com.
Amazon.com, that was a plug. We'll go for it. And I guess you want to be a professional musician when you grow up?
No, not at all.
Oh, good. What do you want to do?
Probably something in science or computer science.
Do you work on computers now?
Yeah, I write children's games in Java.
Wow. Oh, good. So a well-rounded individual. Well, good for you. Good luck on all your pursuits. I'd like you to meet the coach, Mr. Charles Hansen. Thank you, Mr. Hansen, for training these wonderful kids. But I think you're going to see them get a run for their money from the Sacred Heart team. And we've had a couple of you here before. I remember you, Ben Wang, our captain. You were a junior last year. I hope that means you're a senior this year.
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's good. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And last time I remember you were very involved with your orchestra at school. Are you still doing that?
Yes, I'm a cellist in the Peninsula Symphony Youth Orchestra.
Okay.
And last time I told you of our award-winning concert tour of Japan, in which we did 15 concerts in 13 days. This summer we will be going to Australia and New Zealand to participate in the Sydney International Music Festival.
Wow. Well, good luck to you. That's going to be exciting. And it'll be a nice relaxation before you go to college. Any idea where you're going to go?
No.
Well, good. Then just play your heart out, Ben. And hopefully you will get some help today from your teammate. Well, you already have Amarnath Santanam. I worked on this name. You were going to change your name to Smith last time, Amarnath, and you didn't do that. But that's okay. You're a junior now. And I wondered how you may think you've become a better, wiser, smarter person since last year.
I have my driver's license now.
Oh, good. Congratulations. I hope you drive carefully. Anything else has happened to you since we last spoke?
Well, our school does other quiz competitions besides this one.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Double agent thing. And we were at this competition in Berkeley, and there was this other team, and the questions were really difficult, and they were beating us by a small margin. And we had been doing pretty well up to that point, so we were kind of worried. And then the guy who runs the tournament comes in and says, you know, I think one of these teams has heard these questions before. Do these questions seem familiar to any of you? And the 2 people on the other team kind of look at each other. It's like, yeah, I think the game's up. So they got a new set of questions in, after which we totally creamed them. So.
Okay. We are a totally honest organization, folks. And I will be introducing our judge in just a minute to prove it. But I first want to introduce your last teammate, Chris Wheat, a sophomore. So you're the baby of the group, Chris. What's it like to play with the big boys?
Well, frankly, I don't know why I'm here because these other 2 folks are far smarter than me. So I just
love the humility.
Yeah. See, I'm just here to hold this space at the end of the table here. So.
That's very nice. So, you have an interesting hobby.
Yeah, it's cricket.
Cricket?
Yes.
By Jiminy, what do you do with cricket? That was a bad joke. Keep going. Keep talking.
Bad joke. It's an English game, and it's sort of like baseball, and basically involves hitting the ball and running back and forth. And
yeah, every time I watch one of those mysteries on the BBC, they always play cricket and they just run.
Right.
And
back
have
and
tea.
Forth and back and forth.
For hours or days it
Yes.
can go, huh?
Yes, several days.
Is there like a cricket league?
Not really. I mean, I'm not aware of one. But I mean, given that we can only get 3 people to show up regularly, I don't think we're going to
Well,
be
hopefully the
having a
teams
league.
are small. But I know there is a basketball league, and I know that these 2 teams are natural rivals. You're like next door to each other, right? And I know we're going back out of potential rerun time into real time. But tonight, isn't there a big competition between the 2 teams, Chris?
Yeah, we're having three games, I believe, this evening between our 2 schools.
Well, audience, who's going to win? You heard it here first, folks. I would like you to meet the Sacred Heart coach, Mr. Kevin Morris. Kevin, I'm sure you have your ideas of who's going to win tonight, but I'll let you leave them to yourselves. And now I'd like you to meet the lady who will keep us honest today like nobody else can. That is Miss Bobby Delbon, our judge. And whatever she says goes. We're going to start our second round in just a moment, but first I'd like you to watch this video about Menlo School.
This is Menlo School, a place where highly abled students are challenged by a rigorous academic program, motivated by teachers who have a passion for sharing their joy of learning.
See, look, the dew is precipitating. See that cloudy stuff?
A place where students are nourished in a supportive environment. Rich in positive vansula, Menlo School is one of very few independent day schools offering families with children in grades 6 through 12 a co-educational, non-denominational education. Reflect the diversity of our community. Their wide array of backgrounds and interests makes our school a microcosm of the broader world. Menlo School strives to nurture the development of the whole student. Self-expression flourishes through an eclectic mix of clubs and activities. Is Menlo School.
But enough of that. Let's play the face-off round. Anya, our captain, is an expert in the arts. She will bring that expertise to her into this round. And Amarnath is an expert in science and technology. I will ask a series of 10-point questions, one after the other, beginning with you. If you get it right, you get 10. If you don't get it right, we'll move on to the next question until the round is over. All right? Good luck to both of you. Here is your question. Which Dutch artists painted Starry Night and Night Cafe?
Van Gogh?
It was Van Gogh. Got it right in the buzzer. 10 points. Your first question, Amarnath. Jocelyn Bell noticed that CP 1919 was emitting radio signals every 1.34 seconds. What sort of astronomical object did she observe?
Pulsar?
Pulsar is correct for 10. Anya, your next question. From what country were the Elgin marbles brought to London?
Greece?
Greece is right for 10. She loves suspense. Do you notice the suspense? It's a good factor here in our game. Okay. Next question in science. To what order do moths and butterflies belong?
Insecta?
No, it's Lepidoptera. Okay, the next arts question, Anya. In 1976, he was awarded a Pulitzer Prize almost 60 years after his death. Name this black ragtime pianist and composer of Tremonisha, The Maple Leaf Rag, and The Entertainer.
Scott Joplin.
That's right. It's yours. It's whatever you do. All right. What is the title of the 1859 work by Darwin which challenged creationism and which outlined his theory of evolution?
On the Origin of Species.
That is correct. Thank you for 10. A man sits introspectively with his chin in his right hand, resting his right elbow on his left knee. What is the name of this sculpture by French artist Rodin?
The Thinker.
That's right. Amarnath, your next science question. Which vascular tissue in plants conducts water from the roots?
It's been 2 years since I took biology.
Oh, okay, it's the xylem. And that signals the end of the round, and we see our score, Menlo 120, Sacred Heart 140, so you've closed the gap. Good work. Stay right here. Anya. They love to run away from me. Good work, both of you. We're going to get right into our final round. You love the good sportsmanship. As soon as we see this video about Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart Preparatory in Atherton is an independent Roman Catholic day school founded in 1898 by the Society of the Sacred Heart.
To me, Sacred Heart is about developing critical thinkers and a love for learning.
And it's about sharing lives and learning together.
And I think it's about celebrating spiritual life and fostering social awareness and service to others.
And discovering our hidden talents within ourselves by exploring outside interests.
It's about developing athletic skills and learning teamwork.
And experiencing life beyond the Bay Area.
I think a Sacred Heart education is all about growing roots and spreading wings.
We seek enthusiastic students who can handle a rigorous academic program and contribute to our school community.
All right, folks, hands on your buzzers, for it's time to play the lightning round. Okay, the game is close, and the points are doubled, so anyone has a shot here at winning the game. I wish you both luck. What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask these questions. If you think you know the answer, buzz in. The first person to buzz in gets a chance at answering the question and earning the points for their team. If you do not get it right, though, the other team gets 5 seconds to collaborate and give me a chance at the end to answer. And if you do get to that point, I'd like the captains to give me that answer, okay? So, good luck to both teams. Here's the first question. Cheops and Khufu were famed for building what sort of majestic... Yes, Anya.
Pyramids.
Pyramids is right for 20. What does the internet acronym HTML stand for? Yes, Ben.
Hypertext Markup Language.
That is right for 20 points. Give the name of Athens' leader during its golden age. Yes, Amarnath.
Pericles.
Pericles is correct. Which Anglo-American poet wrote The Hollow Men, as well as the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock? It was T.S. Eliot. Next question. There is a proton and neutron in the nucleus of this isotope of hydrogen. Yes, Amarnath.
Deuterium.
Yes, that is right for 20. He has won 8 National League batting titles since the early 80s with the San Diego Padres. Yes, that is right, David. His last name is Buonarroti, but we call him by his first. Yes, Anya.
Michelangelo.
That is right for 20. Next question. In the 1960s, this island nation posed a serious threat to the U.S. Yes, David.
Cuba.
Cuba is right. 20 points. Painter Edvard Munch looked across a fjord and saw the clouds turning blood red. Name this famous and expressionistic painting depicting an angst-ridden figure. Yes, David.
The Scream.
The Scream for 20. Its capital lies on the Anatolian Plateau. What is this? Yes, Amarnath.
Turkey.
Turkey is right. This bad-tempered British ruler ordered the execution of Thomas à Becket. He later regretted his action. Yes, Anya.
Henry II.
That is right for 20. These kids are so smart. In one of Shakespeare's most brilliant tragedies, Iago tricks them. Yes, Anya.
Othello.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'll finish the question. In one of Shakespeare's most brilliant tragedies, Iago tricks the Moor of Venice into killing his wife. Give her name.
Marge Simpson.
That was so close. It's Desdemona. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to move on now. This former 90210 actress's personal life is less than charmed. In late December of 2000, the CHP arrested her on... Yes, Anya.
Shannon Doherty.
20 points. What is the next highest prime after 23? Yes, David.
29.
That's right. Name the Italian who invented the electric battery. Yes, Amarnath.
Alessandro Volta.
That is correct for 20 points. It is one of the most recognizable stadiums in America with features such as the pesky pole in right field and the green monster in yes, David.
In Boston. Boston Field.
Can you give me one?
No. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to ask you to name the stadium home of the Boston Red Sox.
Fenway.
Fenway.
That gives you 20 points. We have 1 minute to go and play. King George II involuntarily rose to his feet during this oratorio. Yes, Anya.
Handel's Messiah.
That is
Louis Chorus.
Correct. The Carpathian Mountains dominate what nation that later gave birth to the Transylvania legend about Dracula? Yes, Anya.
Hungary?
No, I'm sorry, that's not right. Can you name this?
Austria.
No, it's Romania. In the year 2000, President Clinton was the first U.S. president in 22 years to visit what Southeast Asian country? Yes, Amarnath.
Vietnam.
Vietnam is right. Gregor Samsa wakes up as an enormous bug. Yes, Amarnath.
The Transformation.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Gregor Samsa wakes up as an enormous bug in what story by Kafka?
Metamorphosis.
That is correct for 20 points. I don't know. Sacred Heart has 280, but Menlo beats him with 320. Whoa! Whoa, what an exciting round! Well, folks, here's what happened. After the match was over, we discovered that the Sacred Heart team had answered a question correctly, which put them at a tie at the end of our round. So, as per our rules, we had a private face-off match, and this time the Sacred Heart team won. Therefore, that team will be going to our second round of competition. We apologize for any mistakes. See you soon on Quiz Kids.
This year's champions will be winging their way to London for an all-expenses-paid 9-day adventure to some of the world's most historic sites, courtesy of ACIS. The producers of Peninsula Quiz Kids wish to thank the following: The Chronicle, Pacific Bell, Molly Stones, Target, Jamba Juice, Century Theaters, Silver Terrace Nursery, AEIS Ronald Bland, Samtrans, and the San Mateo County Office of Education.